Hi, I'm Vince Danielsen. I'm the CEO of Live and Wello. The first part of it is, true awareness of happiness and how I define happiness. And so happiness for me is if you look at your core purpose in life or work, is it resonating with you? So my purpose for my family and the support and the care, and if I'm rooted in that and it's going well, and it brings happiness to me. Same at work with what we do in healthcare. Am I rooted in the mission of improving people's lives, healthy lives? And I think that when you're rooted in great purpose, and you really can see that your behaviors are doing that every day, happiness comes. And then the second is, I think, really understanding your personal values and your values as a person. And if you look at those values, are the environments you're in, the people you're with, are all of those things really aligned? And I find if they're aligned, happiness is great too. So for me, like understand my purpose, understand my values, and be in environments that bring those alive. And I find it brings a lot of uh, you know gratitude, appreciation, and good feelings. Yes, stress comes out in a lot of different ways, and I just look at the good stress versus the bad stress, and I think there's just a lot of good stress in life. I think going back to my football days playing for the Stampeders, I mean, as you were preparing for a game or a Grey Cup, you had these stresses on your body. You could feel it in your stomach. You could feel the jitters. But all of that was getting yourself ready and heightened. So by the time you stepped on that field, you were ready to perform. And I don't see stress in work or in home any different. There's lots of stress. It's just preparing ourselves for to do great things. And now when stress goes to the other side and it becomes bad stress, and we all have that also. I think recognizing that, and again, the things that I do when those things happen, I can see it crossing where it's hurting my performance, or I'm getting more stuck mentally. Then doubling down on exercise, that's a big thing for me. Doing more mindful sessions during the day is really big for me. Getting out in nature is very important for my constitution as a leader, is being out in nature and skiing. So really taking the things that are able to bring that to a better state and doing those things, and planning them. A couple things that are big for me, and I think have made the biggest difference, especially as you're growing a business and managing a family, is about 5 years ago, my wife and I started on Monday evenings a family meeting, and where we're having dinner with the kids, and we run a very we talk about the week coming up, and we actually go and really communicate on how we're going to fit everything in, and especially the things that we enjoy doing into that week, around all of the craziness of ski lessons and kids at school and all those things. And I found that by doing that, we're able to say, like, well, here's what's upcoming on the weekend. Great. Here's what we're going to do. And, in the morning times, let's do a spin together at the cycle place. And we're going to do it at 6 o'clock, planned in. So I just find that if we plan together and align, and especially when you have family and you're communicating, you find that you get a lot more activities in that you really enjoy. If you're not, because it's not just about myself, it's about my wife and the family. So I think that if you don't do it, I find that we run into each other, and we are trying to figure out exactly what activities, and a lot of times then your personal time gets really taken away. So that's been a big help for myself. Some of the biggest things is having a space in the house that is very has a boundary with the for personal family space. And I've been able to create that boundary. And when I leave that area, that I'm leaving work, and I'm not going to be jumping back and forth in and out of that area. So that's the first thing. So boundaries of space. The second is rituals. I think have been really important. Is keeping some of the same rituals you had during your normal day, and that can be getting dressed in the morning, and putting on things that are similar to you'd wear to work. I think rituals like that give this sense of normalcy and a place for us to anchor and feel more productive. So yeah, boundaries and rituals have been supportive for me. I kind of thought about three areas as we entered into this pandemic, and the first area was safety. Just really important to ensure that as leaders we were creating safe environments for all of our staff and our customers, and making sure we did that first, because that's really, really important. The second was security, and I go into the security side, which is really looking at it, how do we secure jobs, and how do we secure the areas that keep our business going. And so we spent a lot of time on security, and now we're moving into a space of I call strategy, but that whole strategy is a rediscovery of how our business, our team, our services will look post COVID. And we're already into that place right now, where we're looking at such amazing things that we're learning about ourselves and our services, that we're able to reinvent them in ways that add such great value all around. So we're doing that right now, and I'm just so excited to be in this stage of strategy and rediscovering a different future. I wanted to just wish great health to everyone. Stay safe. Hug your kids. Um, go on video with your grandparents, and your mom and your dad and your aunts and your uncles, and feel the great connection and support. We are all going to be okay. We're all going to get through this together. And, I just want you all to know that from In Live and Wello, all of our thoughts are with you, and we're here for you, and we're beside you.